So it's no surprise that PUBG within the last couple of weeks has been having a lot of backlash for what they have done to the game. We finally have Vikendi back. But there's also bots in the game. The matchmaking at the time of this recording is ridiculously slower than last season. And also there is bots in the game. Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes 80% or more consists of bots in one game. The PUBG devs did say that the more you play, the less bots you'll come in contact with, which may or may not be the case, but for sure this season has been the start of, and quote unquote, the fall of PUBG. A lot of content creators that has been with PUBG from the very beginning has started to criticize more on the game and what the PUBG devs are thinking. It's crazy how many people I follow has stated that they won't ever play PUBG ever again due to the main fact that the bots in the lobbies make getting kills less satisfying, especially when it comes to getting the chicken dinner. Now, PUBG has lost the feeling of having your heart beat fast when you hear a gunfight or people around you, and now it's more of a, who can kill that bot first. I used to be able to stand by PUBG no matter what, how many mistakes or how many bugs that has been implemented in the game, but I would be lying if I said I would agree with their decisions to implement bots in the server, and I would also be lying if I said I enjoy this game as much as I did a few seasons ago or when this game first came out. But I do understand that PUBG is a very difficult game, especially to newer players or those who are just starting, to get back into the game. It did take me a whole year to have a consistent double-digit kill count, and I also wouldn't want to play against the veteran players if I was a new player coming into PUBG. Just the other day, my thumbnail creator Luke, once he wants his social media out there, I'll let you all know, but he doesn't yet, so stand by on that. But anyway, just the other day, my thumbnail creator Luke played PUBG after 8 months of not playing it, and he got an 8-kill chicken dinner on the first try, which is amazing since, even when he did play, he only played for a few games before quitting the game again. But he did say it was refreshing that seeing the graphics looking better to when he first started playing, even though, there's bots now and everything like that. With that being said, they should have just made a bot-only lobby to help the newer players, or again, people who hasn't played the game in months to get used to the game. I bet that would have made less of an uproar outrage in the PUBG community. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, here are some tips to stay positive about PUBG. So without further ado, let's begin. So with all these bots in the lobby, it is easier to level up your guns. If you're the type of person who likes to grind on levels for their guns, this is your best opportunity to do so, as well as use different guns instead of your main guns to use to see if you enjoy using them. Remember, any player can use, like the M4 or the Vector, the Scar, any of those guns and do good with it. But it does take a great player to be versatile in this game with all gun types and can slay with any of those guns. So practice all those guns to see, to level it up at first, and as well as to see if you do like using like the the micro Uzi or the Tommy gun, the crossbow. Shout out to Beer Fridge. And also another positive thing about PUBG is Vikendi is back. So I personally miss Vikendi when it was out of rotation for the entirety of season 6. Even though they revamped Vikendi and there isn't a lot of snow anymore, and they took out Mount Krasnik and they changed other stuff. Dino Land looks cool, it's still a fresher breath air. Is that how the quote goes? It's still a fresher breath air having something different than having Miramar 8 times in a row. Yeah, they should really revamp Miramar one of these seasons. Oh well, I don't think it's ever gonna happen like that. Also, another positive thing about PUBG is in squads, hearing your friends enjoy themselves. It's not wrong that happiness can spread like wildfire. So whenever I'm in a squad and I hear my teammates having a blast and having a really good time playing this game, killing the bots and them chasing after bots to see who can kill them first, it really does change my mood, and it makes me happy knowing that they're having a great time, and that makes me want to play the game even more, especially with a good group of people. So play squads. Try not to play solos all the time in PUBG. Make some friends. That's always a positive thing, right? Anyway, another positive thing about PUBG is little by little the graphics are getting better after each update. Of course, us players who has been playing this game every day always complains about the frames and the graphics being bad. But like what I said earlier in this video, my buddy Luke hasn't played this game for 8 months, and he did say that the graphics are refreshingly better than what it was last time he played. If Luke is able to spot the difference on graphics, what more after more patches and updates? Well, by the end of it, I don't think it's ever going to go 60 frames, but you know, it is better than when it first started, or when the game first came out here on PUBG console. Now this one is a little bit of a stretch, ladies and gentlemen, but FPP is playable now? Kind of? I mean, let's just say you don't have to wait 30 minutes or a dead FPP lobby. Of course, majority of the players will be bots, but those who swear by FPP and only plays FPP can do so now, instead of going to the TPP match and only playing FPP and have a disadvantage. Y'all can find a match now, right? FPP players? Leave down in the comment section below. But I guess that's a positive thing where FPP could play on their own lobbies at some times during the day. Yeah, let's just carry on. So I know that PUBG has had more negative things to say rather than positive things to say, especially these past couple of weeks, but I'm not going to join any bandwagon about this game. I'm not going to be a PUBG fanboy and abide and agree with the changes that the PUBG devs are doing, but at the same time I'm not going to join the bandwagon of those who completely hate on this game now, or constantly talk trash about this game like they have nothing better to do. In the end of the day, PUBG is one of those games which I love and invested a lot of time and energy on. I may not play as much as I used to, and of course content on this channel might not always be on PUBG anymore, but there is one thing for sure I can promise: PUBG will always be one of my favorite games I have ever played. That's it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Leave down in the comment section down below how you feel about the state of PUBG thus far. What do you want changed? And if you're still enjoying your game, or if you completely just stopped playing PUBG in general. And also remember, stay beautiful and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye for now.